Alabama. It's Tuesday, March 13th, and this is Alabama's Super Tuesday.
Good evening. I'm Gus Layton here tonight for Cullman Community Television, and I'm here with Mrs. Terry Willingham Thomas. Now, Mrs. Thomas, what do you happen to be running for?
I am presently running for re-election of the Alabama Court of Civil Appeals. I am a judge on the court right now, but the wonderful thing about my race is I am unopposed. So my name will not be on the ballot until November.
Alrighty. What motivated you to run for this office?
I was a district and juvenile judge in Cullman for 10 years and with Judge Cheney and did a lot of juvenile work. And we did not have a female on the court, and I felt it was very important for a female with trial court experience to give our view on cases that come up like divorce and child custody and termination of parental rights. So I felt very strongly about any child issues.
Yes, ma'am. In your opinion, what benefits do you bring to this office?
Number one is my experience. As a trial court judge, I have seen, heard, and smelled everything when it comes to having court.
Oh, yes, ma'am.
It's kind of rough in days where it's 100 degrees and the air conditioners aren't working real well, and at least 5 people had a bath. That's kind of rough days.
Oh, yes, ma'am, I understand. And what experience have you gained from running for this office?
Well, when I first started, I was like sink or swim. I did a lot of treading water, and I have learned so much law. It was unbelievable. So that is the advantage I have over a trial court judge now is that we research. Trial court judges have to make snap decisions. They rule on motions just right then, and they have to make their decisions based on what they know of the law or perceive. Where we get the appeals, and we have time to research, go all through case law, and then get our opinions out.
Yes, well, thank you. We've really appreciated your time. I'm here with Mr. Kenneth Weldon. Nice to have you this evening, Mr. Weldon.
Thank you.
What position are you running for today?
Circuit judge.
Circuit judge, okay. And what motivated you to run for this position?
Well, I'm a lawyer. I've been here since 1980. I've always thought about becoming a judge, and this is the only opportunity that's really availed itself. Plus, I would like to do something to give back to a community, a state, and a country that has made it possible for me to do a lot of things that I wouldn't have been able to do otherwise.
Yes, sir. What unique benefits do you bring to this office?
One of the things that comes to my mind is independence. I'm not associated with a law firm, and I don't have any relatives who are lawyers, so I wouldn't have to worry about recusing myself or worry about the appearance of leaning toward one side or the other, so the independence is a big thing for me.
Yes, sir. In your opinion, what is one of the most important tasks of this office?
There's no way to single out a certain thing. Divorce and custody matters are really important because you're dealing with people, you're dealing with lives, you're dealing with children, the best interest of children and all that. Criminal cases, whether you're going to allow somebody to have probation who might be a threat to the community or whatever, that's real important too. Those two, I think, head the list.
Okay, and what experience have you gained in running for this office?
I know why they call it running now, because I run all the time.
Sir.
I've had fun. I've met people. I've met people that I was a neighbor to when I was 8 and hadn't seen them since then, and found relatives, my wife's relatives. It's been fun.
Good evening. I'm Andrea for Cullman Community Television, and I'm here with Andrea Parker. Could you tell me what office are you running for?
District Judge, Place 2.
What, in your opinion, is one of the most important tasks of this office?
Well, in my opinion, the most important task that this office has is dealing with juveniles, whether it be children that are taken into custody by DHR or children that get into trouble or children that are truant. children are the most important task that the district court has to deal with.
What have you gained from the experience of running for this office?
I've gained an appreciation for the people of Cullman County, a greater appreciation. I had known that Cullman County was a great place to live and a great place to raise children, and I just think that that's been just, what's the word I'm looking for? That has just been solidified. I think the people of Cullman are great.
I hear you used to teach. Where did you teach at?
I did. I taught at Welty out in the community about 5 miles outside of Cullman. I taught there for 14 years.
I heard you taught 6th grade for a little while.
Yes, I did. I taught remedial reading for 7 years, and then I taught 6th grade for 7 years. And it was great, and it has helped me tremendously in my practice of law.
Well, it sounds like you're just really well-rounded. You have a good night and good luck.
Thank you. Thank you.
Good evening. I'm Andrea Blakely for Cullman Community Television. I'm here with Mr. Steve Cummings. What office are you running for?
I'm running for Circuit Clerk of Cullman County.
What motivated you to run for this office?
I love the people of Cullman County, and I wanted to serve my community, and this is a spot I believe I could do a great job.
What unique benefits will you bring to this office?
Coming from a business background, 35 years of business experience, and running a business for 9 years, I can bring a business type atmosphere to a government job, I believe.
All right. Well, what have you gained from the experience of running for this office?
I've learned how to manage my time a little bit better, because it's extremely hard to run for office and work a job and do everything else you have to do as a father and dad. And then I got to see a lot of parts of the county that I never knew, lots of roads and lots of people, and just makes me love Cullman more.
Sounds like you're just super busy.
Yeah.
Well, good luck, and thank you for your time.
Yeah, thank you.
All right, thanks.
Good evening. I'm Gus Layton for Cullman Community Television once again here. We just got some numbers in, so I'm going to read those to you right now. It's about 5 till the top of the hour of 9 this evening on March 13th, 2012. So here's those latest numbers we have as of right now. As of right now, for Cullman County Probate Judge, Tammy Brown is leading with 33.33% of the vote. Running for Cullman County Commission, James Graves is ahead by 38.29%. Circuit Court Judge, leader right now is Steve Smith with 22.46%. For Alabama Supreme Court Justice, Roy Moore takes the lead as of now with 58.88%. And for the Republican presidential candidate for the President of the United States, right now, Rick Santorum is leading with a percentage of 37.57%. So those are the latest numbers here, about 5 till 9. I'm Gus Layton with Cullman Community Television. Good evening. I'm Gus Layton with Cullman Community Television, and I'm here with Mrs. Ann Cersei Vanneman. Miss Vanneman, what office are you running for this year?
Office of the Probate Judge.
Okay. And what motivated you to run for this office?
I've wanted to run for this office since I learned about it in 2000 when it was first vacated.
Okay. And what unique benefits do you think that you would bring to this office?
Well, I'm the only candidate with a law degree, and I would bring that and my business experience and education to benefit the citizens of Cullman County in making fair rulings and, following the law.
Okay. In your opinion, what is one of the most important tasks of this position?
One of the most important tasks is dealing with mentally handicapped individuals. Because you do commitment hearings, you also have to appoint guardians and conservators to manage their money and to manage their persons.
Okay. And what have you gained from the experience of running for this office?
It's been quite an adventure. We've learned all the ins and outs of campaigning and gotten to meet quite a lot of unique and interesting, wonderful people.
Yes, ma'am. Well, again, thank you very much. Again, here with Ms. Ann Cersei Vanneman. I'm Gus Layton. Good luck. I'm Gus Layton here for Cullman Community Television. Dr. Jan Harris of the Cullman City Schools. Of course, you know she is the Cullman City School Superintendent, and we're glad to have you with us today. Not only voting has been going on in Cullman today, as I've heard you've had a busy schedule today. What are some other events that have been occurring today in the city of Cullman?
I've got a lot of things I can tell you going on. Let's see. Today we had our foundation meeting at lunch, and Friday we're going to be having the 4th annual Cullman City Schools Foundation Luncheon at Northbrook Baptist Church, where it's sold out. 310 tickets have been purchased. So that was a meeting at lunch today.
Wow.
And then had the pleasure of announcing that the primary school just won a state award. It's called the Exemplary Reading Award.
Really?
And the middle school has won the Class Banner Award, one of 10 schools in Alabama.
Wow, that's very significant.
Yeah. And then this evening we've had baseball. As you can tell, I've been out in the wind, and I'm all wind blown. And Keegan Thompson was recognized for being a USA baseball player.
Yes.
We had Jeff Singer here from the USA baseball program to present his jersey framed.
Wow.
And then we had tennis tonight, and we had a track meet, and we
Well.
had soccer away at Muscle Shoals. It's
Yes,
been
ma'am.
busy, all
Well,
good.
That sounds like a very busy schedule, but good nonetheless. We love the activity. As superintendent of the Cullman City School Systems, you're in a very large position of leadership for the city schools. What are your views of encouraging people coming out and voting today?
Everybody, I think, needs to come out and vote. People have died so that we have the right to vote. And it's just so important to participate in the legislative process and the electoral process. You know, come out and get involved. It's really exciting here tonight, here at the Civic Center.
Yes, ma'am.
I've had a couple of experiences in this arena with my dad being the mayor in Florence.
Oh, yes, ma'am.
So it's very exciting to see the outcome and to know that you played a part in history by casting your vote.
Yes, very, very much so. And by the way, as she said, the Civic Center has been abuzz with activity today. So we've had a lot of people come out and vote. Very glad for that. As current superintendent of Cullman City Schools, what are your plans for the future?
Well, if the sales tax passes tonight, I plan on, and it looks like it is,
Yes.
Mr. Coleman just came up to me and said the latest tally is about 54% in favor. So if that passes, Gus, we'll have the revenue to completely renovate the Cullman High School, put on the new roof at West Elementary School, to add the additional classrooms and cafeteria at East Elementary. Those are
Wow.
some of the things that we really need for our students, and we did not have the revenue to do those
Yes.
things completely, and so that will be a huge blessing and really just the favor of God.
Yeah, yes, it would. That very amazing. A lot of good things sound like it'll come out of that.
Yes.
So again, thank you for your time today. Here with Dr. Jan Harris of Cullman City Schools, Cullman City School Superintendent. Thank you very much for your time today.
Thank you, Gus.
Well, thank you. And again, I'm Gus Layton for Cullman Community Television. Good evening. I'm Gus Layton with Cullman Community Television once again here, about 20 until the top of the hour of 10 p.m. Central Daylight Time here on Alabama's Super Tuesday, March 13th, 2012. We just got some new numbers in here, so let me read them right now. At this moment, Cullman County President of Public Service Commission, Twinkle Anderson, holds the lead at 43.01%. Cullman County Probate Judge, right now the candidate leading is Bridget Warner with 31.50%. For Chairman of the Cullman County Commission, James Graves continues to retain the lead with 39.30% of the vote. For Alabama Chief Justice of the Supreme Court, Roy Moore is also retaining a lead with 62.90% of the vote. For Cullman County Circuit Clerk, Lisa Park McSwain has 26.06% of the vote. She is in the lead. For Cullman County, cut it. For Cullman County Circuit, go back, stop. For Cullman County Circuit Clerk, Lisa Parker McSwain holds the lead at 26.06% of the vote. For Cullman County Board of Education member, Gene Sullins holds the lead with 47.80% of the vote. And for your Cullman County District Court Judge, place number 2, Rusty Turner is in the lead with 55.56% of the vote. And for your presidential candidate running tonight, of course, Rick Santorum is holding the lead with 52.00% of the vote, and he has held the lead most of the night. So we'll see how that continues to fold. Again, this is around 20 until the top of the hour of 10 p.m. Central Daylight Time on Alabama Super Tuesday. I'm Gus Layton for Cullman Community Television.
Hi, I'm Andrea Blakely for Cullman Community Television, and I'm here with Mr. Billy Coleman, and he's going to elaborate about his opinion with the half-cent sales tax.
Well, Andrea, it's nice of you to have me on, and it's just an honor and privilege to the people of Cullman County for voting for the tax. It was fairly close, but right now it looks like it's going to be about 53% to 47%. Looks like it's going to pass in the city and in the county, wow. And that's a good thing. But, you know, we've got to be accountable. We let everybody know the facts and how the money was going to be spent. And tomorrow morning early we start working to be accountable. And I just can't tell the people of Cullman County how much I appreciate it. I give glory and praise to God for the opportunity of making a difference in the life of young people. And I have a lot of confidence in the good people of our county. And I think when they saw the facts, you know, that they voted based on that. And then we sure expect to fulfill our end of that deal. And we've got 9,700 great kids in our county system. And I know the city's got great kids too. And all of our students are going to benefit from it. And we're just really thankful.
All right. Well, thank you. Sounds like it's going to be a great plan.
Thanks, Andrea. We're looking forward to it.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Good evening. I'm Gus Slayton with Cullman Community Television here with Mr. Jerry Parker. Mr. Parker, what position are you running for today?
Chairman of the Cullman County Commission.
Okay, and what motivated you to run for this position?
I feel that most of the people in Cullman County will agree with me. We need a change.
Yes. What unique benefits do you bring to this office?
Well, all I was going to do is bring open and clear, open and transparent government. That was the biggest difference. I've lost the election, so it's not, you know, we already know that. But I do fully endorse Kenneth Walker.
Well, okay. In your opinion, what is one of the most important tasks of this position that you ran for today?
I think it's communication between the county employees, the people of Cullman County, and the office itself. You need to have an open door. You need to be able to talk to people at any time about anything.
Yes. What experience have you gained from running for this position this year?
I just have a love of people. I love to shake hands, and I love to meet new people. And obviously I didn't shake enough and I didn't meet enough, but that's fine.
And what are your plans for the future now that the election process is over?
I'll get back in my wood shop and go back to work.
That sounds good. Well, again, we thank you for your time here with Mr. Jerry Parker. Again, thank you again for your time today. I'm Gus Slayton for Cullman Community Television. David Andrews. Mr. Andrews, what office are you running for today?
I was running for chairman of the Cullman County Commission.
Okay, and what motivated you to run for this office?
Because I see a need for change. You know, there's a lot of things that I would like to see changed in the way the office operates and the treatment of the employees of the county and various things like that.
In your opinion, what is one of the most important tasks of this office?
Well, one of the most important tasks is formulating a budget in which to work with. You know, the chairman, by state law, is responsible for the budget, you know, and how it's overseen. And the county has a $46 million budget. Yes. And when you break that down into departments, it's really not that, you know, that much. You know, he has a county administrator and, you know, the associates and department heads to help him with that, but he's ultimately responsible.
Okay, and what experiences have you gained in running for this position?
I've gained a lot of experiences. You know, it's been a fun experience for me. I've met a lot of good people.
Well, that's good. Again, we thank you for your time today. Again, here with Mr. David Andrews, running for Cullman County Chairman Commission.
Thank you, and I would like to say one more thing. I've already told Kenneth Walker, who's in the runoff, that I'm endorsing him for the runoff. So,
well, again, we thank you for your time today, Mr. David Andrews, and I'm Gus Layton for Cullman Community Television.
Here with Miss Bridget Warner. Could you tell me what office are you running for?
Probate judge of Cullman County.
What motivated you to run for this?
I have been a legal assistant for over 12 years and have the experience dealing with probate issues, and I have a paralegal degree, and I wanted to help people in this field, and I have been helping others, and I just feel like I would be an asset to the probate office to assist the citizens of Cullman County.
All right. Well, in your opinion, what is one of the most important tasks of this office?
Well, you as a probate judge, you are rendering and presiding over probate issues that deal with the public and with people as far as their lives, with the conservatorships, the guardianships, the commitments, adoptions, things such as that touches everyone's life, every family member.
All right. Well, what have you gained from this experience from running for this office?
Ooh, politics are hard. It's hard, I'm telling you. I've loved it. I don't regret it at all. I'm so glad that I did this, and I am just humbled by all the support, and I'm honored. I'm honored really to be in this position to run and to have the support that I've got. I just want to thank everyone.
All right. Well, good luck and thank you.
Thank you.
All
Thank
right.
you so much.
Here for Cullman Community Television, here with Mr. James Graves. Mr. Graves, what office do you happen to be running for today?
Well, I'm the current chairman of the county commission, so I'm running for re-election to that office.
Okay. All righty. And what motivated you to run for this office in the first place?
4 years ago, when I first ran, I simply thought I could do a better job. There's a lot of controversy about our water problems in Cullman County, building the Duck River Dam Reservoir, and I agreed with the city. I thought it was the best thing to do, so I ran, was elected, and this time I'm simply running on my record of what I've done in the past 4 years and want to continue working with the city. We got excellent relations, best relationship we've ever had between the city and the county.
Okay. What unique benefits do you think you will bring to this office, again in this case?
Well, my entire life, my entire career has been spent in the finance field. My opponents tonight, all of them, are basically laborers and don't have any experience in this field. So 28 years in the finance field outside, 10 years with the county commission, county administrator, and then now 3.5 years as chairman of the county commission. And under the state law, the chairman's responsibility is primarily to watch over the budget and finance of the county. And I think I am uniquely qualified for that. And I think I've proven myself in the past 4 years in what we've done.
Okay, and in your opinion, what is one of the most important tasks of this position?
I have no authority on my own to do something. I have to have at least 2 votes out of the 3 commissioners in order to do something. So my most important job, number one, is make sure I've got a good working relationship with the other 2 commissioners, and then it's on my shoulders to persuade them to go along with me on things I want to do and spend the county money on. So I've got to have that, because if I don't, they can vote against me and just totally shut me down where I'm at. So I've got to have that relationship first, and then after that, my primary responsibility is just trying to make sure that we stay in the black as far as our money is concerned, don't go over our budget, and don't spend the money that we don't have, because I will not borrow money to help balance our budget. We're going to spend within our means, and that's all we're going to spend.
Okay, and what experiences do you think you've gained in running for this office and serving in this position?
My experience in running for the office, there's a lot of hard work involved in it. It requires a little money, and it gets more expensive every election cycle. So you gotta take that into consideration. If you're going to do it, be prepared to spend some money and time. I did a little bit of everything. I did mail outs. I did ads in the paper. I did it on a couple of TV channels. I put up signs all over the county, and that still wasn't enough, though, to convince the folks out there, to vote for me, which was 1 out of 4 people that was running. And but I did get the majority of the votes. And so I'll build on that till the 24th of April. And I think between now and then, I'll just work on my weak areas and strengthen those, and should be okay the 24th of April.
Okay, well, thank you, Mr. Graves. It's been a pleasure having you today.
My pleasure being here.
Well, thank you very much. I'm Gus Layton for Cullman Community Television. Ms. Lisa Parker McSwain. Now, Ms. McSwain, what position are you running for this year?
Circuit clerk.
Circuit clerk, okay. And what motivated you to run for this position?
Well, I have 19 years experience working in the court system, and when Robert decided to retire, I knew that was a job that I knew about and that I could actually do the job and run the office for the citizens of Cullman County.
Okay, and What unique benefits will you bring to this office?
Well, I have a degree in criminal justice, and I also have a degree, I'm a graduate of the Police Academy, so I have a lot of experience and background in the legal aspects of everything, and that's basically what the circuit clerk handles is, all the court system, and they issue warrants, and I felt like with my background, education and experience that I could bring a lot to the office.
Yes. In your opinion, what is one of the most important tasks in this office?
Oh my goodness, that would be very, very hard to determine because there's so many. But I think, the circuit clerk maintains the files for the whole court system. And I think that's definitely important. But then you've got jury duty and absentee ballots, particularly, for tonight. I mean, that's huge. So I think those are all very important. It's such an important position in the whole court system.
Okay. And what experiences have you gained in running for this position?
Well, this being my first time to run for office, I've learned a lot out there. Meeting people, and it's been a lot of fun. It really has. We've been to a lot of the senior centers, been to fire department meetings, and you have a whole lot of respect for the people that you meet out in the community, and I think they've enjoyed us coming out and meeting them. There's a lot of candidates and they've got to meet a lot of people, but I think that's been, I've enjoyed it. I really have.
Well, thank you very much for your time today. We really appreciate it. Again, here with Miss Lisa Parker McSwain. We really appreciate having her on this evening. Again, I'm Gus Layton for Cullman Community Television. Good evening. I'm Gus Layton with Cullman Community Television. I have right here with me Judge Cheney.
Correct.
And he has been a part of this leadership in this county for a while now. Judge Cheney, over your time in office, what experiences have you gained being in a place of leadership?
Well, I've been involved in 4 elections. This is my 4th term to have served the people of Cullman County. And I will just tell you that we are so fortunate here in this county to have the caliber and quality of the candidates that we have, because it takes a tremendous amount of energy, both personally and financially, to put yourself out there to run. So, Cullman has always been very fortunate in the folks that run, and we've had a lot of really good candidates, put a lot on the line to try to run for office, and all of them should be commended. And we're just very fortunate in this county to have such caliber folks put to offer themselves up.
Yes. At the end of Election Day today, right now, do you have any words of encouragement for those stepping up into positions of leadership?
Well, of course, we have some runoffs so the election is not determined, but everybody that's running understands that we are here to serve the people of Cullman County. The only authority that we have are the ones that the people give us. And everybody that I've talked to understands that. I know they're ready to roll their sleeves up and work. And we have a runoff that's going to be coming in a couple weeks, and that's going to be during AA week, and we need to, it's important for them and it's important for our community, for everybody to make their decision on their candidate and get out and vote.
Yes, and so you view that it is very important for people to get out and vote in this community.
Absolutely. The right to vote is a sacred right and trust that we take for granted. There are people who have laid everything out. There are veterans who have bled on the field to give us that right, and we just, my view is, if you don't vote, you can't complain.
Exactly. Well, thank you very much for your time today, Judge Cheney. I'm Gus Layton for Cullman Community Television. Good evening. I'm Gus Layton with Cullman Community Television. We've had a good day here at the Cullman City Civic Center. Current time is about 4 minutes past 11 p.m. Central Daylight Time here tonight. We got the final proceedings in here. These are the final voting percentages of the day. I'll read them off to you right now. Rick Santorum appears now to be victorious, wiping the other candidates off the board. As far as the Republican candidate in the primary goes, Rick Santorum got 43.20% of the vote today. He is victorious in that sector. Next of all, we're going to go to state of Alabama positions. For Chief Justice of the Supreme Court, Roy Moore was victorious with 63.43% of the vote. For Associate Justice of the Supreme Court, place number 1, Tommy Bryan carried the victory with 65.92% of the vote. For President of Public Service Commission, Twinkle Andress Kavanaugh was victorious with 42.83% of the vote. That concludes the state. And for Cullman County positions, for Circuit Court Judge, 32nd Judicial Circuit, place number 2, Steve Smith carries the victory with 20.46% of the vote. Wells Rusty Turner is victorious for District Court Judge, Cullman County, place number 2. He carries 56.17% of the vote. For Circuit Clerk, Cullman County, Lisa Parker McSwain carries the victory with 26.12% of the vote. For Cullman County Judge of Probate, Bridget Warner carries the victory with 31.33% of the vote. For Chairman of Cullman County Commission, James Graves is victorious with 39.06% of the vote. And lastly, for Member, Cullman County Board of Education, West Point District 1, Gene Sullins is victorious with 49.02% of the vote. And we also know today that the half-cent sales tax for the school passed. I think those last numbers were around 52% to 47%. And we also, at this time, know that the Hanceville wet dry vote was passed and that Hanceville was voted wet. We do not have any official numbers on that yet, however. So it's been a good day here today. We've interviewed many people, and those were the final proceedings in today's election. On Alabama's Super Tuesday, March 13th, 2012. I'm Gus Layton with Cullman Community Television. Well, Gus Layton here, and this is Andrea Blakely, and we are part of the CCTV news team. Been quite a long day here at the Civic Center, hasn't it, Andrea?
Yes, Gus. It has been a pretty long day. We've been here since, I'd say, about before 7,
Yeah,
you know,
about
setting
6:30.
up. Yeah, I'd say so. It's been a pretty long day, but it's been fun, hasn't it?
It's been a lot of fun. We got a lot of good interviews in, a lot of good candidate interviews, and interviewed some pretty important people, and I thought that went well. A lot of people came out to vote today, so very successful. Had a good time today. I'd like to thank everybody, and again, Andrea, you've done a great job.
Thank you, Gus.
And Ty Tanner, which is behind the scenes doing our camera work, has done a fantastic job this evening as well. And we've had some other members helping us out tonight that's just done a great job. We could not have done it without them. And so we thank them for that. Well, this concludes coverage of Alabama's Super Tuesday elections on March 13th, 2012. Currently, it is 11 minutes after 11 p.m. Central Daylight Time. So wrapping it up here, I'm Gus Layton.
And I'm Andrea Blakely.
And we were reporting for Cullman Community Television. Have a good night, everybody.